He took 8 blades for an alien child, then woke to find elite warriors at his bed. The market on Kepri Station was loud in a way only alien places could be. Not noisy, layered. Voices clicked, hummed, pulsed, or vibrated through translator fields. Scents clashed in the air, metal spice, ionized fruit, wet stone. Humans were rare here, and Marcus Hale felt every step of it as he moved through the crowd, hands in his jacket pockets, eyes forward. He wasn't a soldier anymore. Hadn't been for years, just a freighter mechanic passing time between jobs. That was when he heard the scream. It wasn't human. It was sharp and keening, pitched too high, cut short by panic. The sound sliced through the market's rhythm, and Marcus turned just in time to see a small figure stumble into the open walkway. The child was alien, thin-limbed, soft-skinned, with large eyes too wide for its narrow face. Its translator field flickered wildly as it cried out in broken fragments. "Lost hurts, please." Behind it came the hunters, 8 of them moving as one. They wore segmented armor, dark and curved, blades folded along their forearms like extensions of bone. Their species, Vorthak, were mercenaries by reputation, elite enforcers hired when someone wanted an example made. The crowd scattered instantly. Marcus didn't. The child tripped, small hands scrabbling uselessly against the smooth deck. One of the Vorthak raised a blade, calculating, precise. Marcus moved before he thought. He crossed the distance in a heartbeat, scooped the child up with one arm, and turned. Too slow. The first blade hit his side, punching through fabric and flesh. Pain bloomed white-hot, stealing his breath. He staggered but didn't fall, shifting the child against his chest, turning his own body outward. "Get back!" he shouted, not to the hunters but to the child. "Hold on!" The second blade struck his shoulder. The third grazed his thigh. The Vorthak adjusted, spreading out, blades flashing in practiced arcs. They expected him to drop. Humans were fragile, unarmored, soft. Marcus had learned otherwise a long time ago. He twisted, using momentum instead of strength, taking a 4th blade across the back as he spun. The child screamed again, clutching his jacket, translator crackling with terror. "No! Stop! Human bleeding!" "Yeah," Marcus grunted, teeth clenched. "I know." The 5th blade pierced his abdomen. The 6th caught him under the ribs. He dropped to one knee, vision tunneling, blood slicking the deck beneath him. The world narrowed to pain, heat, and the weight of the child in his arms. Still, he didn't let go. The 7th blade struck his side again. Shallow but vicious. The 8th drove into his back as one of the Vorthak lunged forward, trying to finish it. Marcus leaned into the blow, used his body as a shield. The blade stopped short of the child's spine, buried instead in Marcus's shoulder blade. He roared a raw animal sound and fell. Forward, curling around the alien child as the world went dark. Marcus woke to silence. Not the hum of a station corridor, not the chatter of med drones. Real silence. His eyes fluttered open, and the first thing he felt was pain, deep, dull, everywhere. His body was wrapped in regeneration mesh, veins glowing faintly blue beneath translucent bandages. He could taste antiseptic and metal. He tried to move. A voice stopped him instantly. "Do not." It wasn't translated. It was perfect, calm, human language, flawless. Marcus slowly turned his head. They stood around his bed in a semicircle. 8 figures, tall, armored, elite. Their armor was nothing like the Vorthak's. This was ceremonial combat plating, etched with sigils that pulsed faintly with restrained power. Energy weapons rested magnetically at their sides, untouched, but ready. Warriors, the kind people whispered about. At their center stood a figure with a mantle of white and gold, helm removed to reveal an alien face marked by symmetrical scars. His eyes, dark, reflective, were fixed on Marcus with an intensity that made the room feel smaller. "You are awake," the figure said. Marcus swallowed, throat dry. "Yeah, guess I am." Memory came rushing back in a wave of nausea and heat. The market, the child, the blades. His eyes widened. "The kid, lives," the warrior said immediately. Marcus exhaled a shaky sound that hurt his ribs. Good. The warrior tilted his head, studying him like a puzzle that refused to make sense. You took 8 Vorthak blades, he said, unarmored. You interposed your body to protect a child not of your species. Marcus frowned weakly. Yeah, seemed like the right thing. A murmur rippled through the warriors. The leader stepped closer. That child, he said, is of the Talari first brood. Marcus blinked. I don't know what that means. It means, the warrior said softly, that you shielded the blood of a high house, a lineage protected by oath, fleet, and war. Marcus winced as he shifted slightly. Kid still cries like a kid. The warrior stared at him. Then slowly he placed a fist over his chest and bowed. Every warrior in the room followed suit, armor locking into ceremonial alignment with a deep, resonant sound. We are the Talon Guard, the leader said, elite protectors of the Talahri. We arrived too late to prevent the attack. Marcus felt suddenly very tired. You got there in time. No, the warrior corrected. You did. Silence filled the room again, heavy and reverent. The Vorthak mercenaries have been terminated, the leader continued. Those who hired them have been corrected. Marcus snorted weakly. Figures. The warrior's gaze softened, an expression rare among his kind. You are not Talari, he said. You had no obligation, no bond, no gain. Marcus closed his eyes briefly. Kid was scared. The warrior nodded once, deeply. In our culture, he said, to shield a child with one's body is the highest act of honor. To do so unto near death. He knelt beside the bed and binds blood to blood. Marcus's eyes snapped open. Whoa. Hang on, I didn't sign up for... You will not be claimed, the warrior said quickly, but you will never stand alone on Kepri Station or anywhere Talari banners fly. He gestured, and a small figure stepped forward from behind the warriors. The child, bandaged, alive, eyes bright and fixed on Marcus. It climbed carefully onto the edge of the bed and placed a small, 3-fingered hand against Marcus's chest. Protector, the translator whispered. Human protector. Marcus swallowed hard. Hey, kid, he murmured. You okay? The child nodded vigorously. The warrior rose. Rest, he said. Heal. When you walk again, the galaxy will know your name. Marcus stared at the ceiling as they filed out, pain humming through him, heart heavy but strangely warm. He'd taken 8 blades for a child he didn't know, and somehow he'd gained an entire people in return.